We asked for a big tree, and we got a big tree. Hello, guys, Anmarchi here with episode 17 of Minecraft Island Survival. If you remember last episode, we were really hurting for wood, and we needed it to continue with the project. And I logged in, and I came up here, and this giant tree was just here waiting. It had been sent from the heavens. Sometimes I wonder, like, I say, oh my god a lot in my videos, and I say silly stuff like that. I wonder if there's any subscriber out there, out of the 318, 319 of you, that think I'm like a super religious guy. uh, oh Lord Jesus, I remember, yeah, I did say that in one episode say that, and that's from that lady who was on Tosh.0, that viral video, barbecuing at 2 in the morning. But if you couldn't tell, I'm obviously not super religious. I don't know. Religion's like a really touchy topic, so I don't want to talk too much about it, and it's not really my place. But I have to say, biggest complaint about religion right off the bat is this preconceived notion that you're born with a religion. Okay, like for instance, if you say, oh, well, his mother was a Catholic and his father was a Jew, so he was part Jewish, part Catholic. No, that's not how it works. Religion is an attempt to explain how we got to where we are and then what we do once we get here, because that concept's very mind-boggling, and it's easier just to have someone tell you what, it's easy to follow a religion, and I don't dislike religion or anything. It's just, that's what you do. Someone tells you, this is why we're here, this is what we're meant to do here, and that's what religion does, and people follow it. I mean, go ahead. But I don't like how if two Catholic people have a baby, the baby's Catholic, and if a Protestant and a Catholic have a baby, it sounds weird to say, but the baby would be half Catholic, half Protestant. That's not how it works. And I don't want to say you're born into this world an atheist, but you are. You're born into this world without any preconceived knowledge of anything, right? You're born not knowing anything, so therefore you are born believing that. Look at this glitch. Water particles. Therefore you are born knowing nothing, so you kind of are an atheist in that respect. It's an interesting thing to think about, but it does frustrate me when someone says, you're part, like, I'm half this and half that. No, you're not. What do you believe in? And if someone just says, well, because my mom is, or because my dad is, I am. No, that's not really how it works at all. It's what you believe. And I don't think that is true, but I would like to believe that every person that identifies themselves as part of a given religion believes with the values of that religion. Wow, starting this episode off with some deep concepts and some big concepts too. So, did not mean to get too into that, but I can get really into that. I could talk on that for hours upon hours. But here we are in Island Survival, and I think that we should make a shovel. Now that we have the wood, might as well make a iron shovel. Because oh look, I had iron on me. Whoops. There's no need to go along without iron tools. We have so much iron. But we're going to go back into the mines today now that we have the wood that we need. Don't want to turn it all, so I'll just turn 17 into this. So, today is May 21st. Today I'm recording this. And I have some stuff to say about new consoles. So, I watched part of the live stream, okay? I watched about 40 minutes of the Xbox live stream. The new Xbox is going to be called the Xbox One. Okay, I'll get into that. There's so much to talk about, but I know for a fact that there are people out there that sit down and they analyze every bit, they freeze every frame, they think about everything that they're saying, they take notes throughout the thing, they watch the whole conference, and I strongly advise you go to their channels and check out more about this from them. One of them, of course, being, you guys know I'm a Woody's Gamertag fan, so I advise you go over to his channel if you really want to know a lot about consoles. If you want to know my impression, which I assume some of you do, one guy out there has to want to know mine, I'll tell you. First off, on the name it might seem so silly, but that's something that they actually had me thinking about, right? I started thinking, what would I name this console if I could name this console? Xbox One? I don't know. On one hand, I'm like, okay, eventually, like, right, I think about it and I think, okay, the iPod 14, that sounds stupid. The 14th generation iPod, that sounds silly. So I guess I mean, it wouldn't make sense to go 720 because after 720 you got to go 1080. I actually thought about that when they first made the 360. I'm like, that's not really a good idea. What do you call the second one? The 720, then the 1080, then the, what is it? One 1480, 10, 1500. I don't know. No, 1540. I was gonna get there. Whoops, I wasn't thinking too much about the math. I was just trying to get through. So, do I have any stone? So much glass. That's a lot of glass. But on the name, I wanted it to be called the Xbox 3, right? Because they've made a bunch of Xboxes, right? They've made the Xbox, the Halo edition. They made the Xbox, the Gears of War edition, and they made so many different types of Xboxes, right? Um, that I kind of thought that this new one should be named. But the three big ones, of course, are the Xbox. Like I kind of draw the line where you have to make new games for it, right? So I see the original Xbox, I see the 360, and then I see this new one. So I said, call this one the Xbox 3. Admit that you made a mistake in the naming process and call this the Xbox 3. Don't be so blunt that you made a mistake, but just call this the Xbox 3. And when they called it the Xbox One, I was like, okay, you're getting on the idea. You're starting to get the idea, but no, that's not exactly what I meant. Because I thought that the Xbox 3 would be a good name for it because it's just like, it's I thought that the Xbox 3 would be a good name because it it's kind of like the third Xbox and it's simple, it's clean. The next one's the Xbox 4, or maybe you can go a little crazy, call the next one the Xbox Future something or other. I don't know. Throw some crazy word in the end. So I want to smelt this whole stack of cobblestone. So I'm gonna wait right here and wait for it to finish smelting. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I know that I said I would show every minute of this Let's Play, but I just took that cut because I don't know. Smelting stone is really boring to me, and I assume it's boring to you guys too. But I did not waste that time while I was in that cut. What I actually did is I went and I watched some more of. I was only gone for it was like a minute, but while I was away, I watched some more of the Xbox live stream, and I'm actually wondering. I always wonder this. So can light get through? Oh yeah, light's coming through. Don't like that. Don't want mobs spawning down here though. So I watched some more of the live stream, and I think it's a pretty nice console. One thing that they're doing well is that they're integrating a lot of electronics together. So, in a broader sense, um, I heard somewhere, and I very much believe this, that technology goes up and then plateaus, and then goes up and then plateaus. Think between 1970 and 1990, what was drastically new that changed, okay? I'd argue that more stuff came out in the last 10 years than the 20 prior, right? Maybe, I think digital photography probably advanced a lot in those years. That's one big one that I see. Uh, maybe, I mean, it's honestly hard to think of them because it plateaued, right? And then it rose with the personal computer, the laptop, eventually the phones, the tablets, the laptops, everything that we have now. And we are going into another plateau. I believe, at least. It's possible that we're not going into a plateau, but I think that we are. I mean, what honestly is new, right? So there was a time when they started putting touchscreens on everything, and then we were like, oh, touchscreens are new, right? So then touchscreens were new, but now I think we're going into another plateau because there's nothing really big on the horizon. The big stuff on the horizon, I guess, is like voice control, which I'm not too into particularly. And then the things that the S4 has, I think, are pretty big, like the air gestures. I think that's kind of a big thing, but nothing like revolutionary as the touchscreen was. I don't think that air gestures are gonna replace the touchscreen anytime soon. But then again, I did not think that the touchscreen was gonna be as popular as it was. I kind of messed up on that one. Anyway, about this new Xbox. Oh, we need to make more stairs. About this new Xbox, Blu-ray player, built-in 8 gigs of RAM, built-in Wi-Fi scanner. Wi-Fi scanner is pretty standard, but you can watch TV, make Skype calls, and then the Kinect's built-in. I'm not too excited for a lot of the stuff they said, like making Skype calls. I'm pretty excited for, actually. What I want them to do now is let me integrate my Xbox Live account to my Skype account. And I've only seen pieces of the actual presentation, so I'm not sure if they said that you could do that. But I want to be able to integrate my Xbox Live account with my Skype account and somehow, configure the two and connect them. Because I think that's one problem that we're going to run into as, like, everyone's gonna have everyone has a different password for everything and a different account for everything, and it just makes it really complex when you have 3 or 4 emails to check every day, right? So I think that's, something that we're looking at on the horizon in the broader sense of the word of technology. But as far as this Xbox, a lot of voice control stuff they were going on about, and voice control. I like voice control a lot, and I think that for the Xbox it's going to work well. I'd like it if right now I could just go Xbox on, but I don't think it works like in cars, and I don't think it works for like your home entertainment system, which is kind of what Xbox is going for, so I'm not sure how well it's going to work in that respect. But in the way that I use my Xbox, it's going to be fine. It's going to be nice. But like, picture this, your Xbox is in your living room, and you have people over, you have people over your house, and what's our Y? 30. People over your house, and someone, and then they're like, oh, is that the new Xbox? And you say, yeah, and then they're like, isn't it voice controlled? And the Xbox will pick up, someone having a different conversation, because you have people over your house, it's crowded, everyone's talking to each other, and then someone else happened to say the word on in close proximity to the time that the other person said, oh, is that the new Xbox, right? So it picked up that person saying Xbox, that person saying on. Again, I have not touched the new Xbox, of course, no one has, but I have not touched the new Xbox voice control, so I know for a fact, I think we all know that some voice controls are better than others, and this might be the best voice control we've ever seen, and then it'll be able to distinguish their voices, realize that they're talking at different times, and not, put them together and not turn on. But it is possible that, like, if you have it in a crowded room and everyone's talking, it's going to want to turn on. And, okay, I think that Microsoft was a little touchy on the topic, and I think that they still are, the topic of always-on consoles. And always-on consoles in the sense to limit or stop internet piracy, right? So no one likes piracy, except for maybe the pirates. And of course I'm talking, internet piracy, not actual pirates. But anyway, I mean, people that get illegal games and make illegal games, I guess they like piracy, because, I don't know. I don't know why they do what they do. But, I think that, I remember someone came out from Microsoft and said, yeah, the next console is going to be always on. And then Microsoft said, no, the next console's not going to be always on, because a lot of people don't like that, because then, if your internet's not up, and your internet's not a steady connection, then it's going to make it really hard to play even single-player games. So Microsoft came out and said, no, don't worry, that's fake. But they kept talking about, in the press conference, or whatever you call this conference, the reveal, how their Xbox is always ready. Now, I don't know if always ready is their way of trying to cover up always on. I'd presume it would be, though. They kept saying it's always ready, it's always ready to take your voice. They also said, this caught me right in the beginning, right off the bat, they said, how many times do you hate turning on your Xbox and then having a software update and you have to wait for that to finish? Okay? So, by implying that, I think that they also mentioned it, in the new Xbox you don't have to worry about that. So, if it's able to install software updates while it's not on, I think that's basically saying it's an always-on console, right? Because the console needs to always be on, always have a steady internet connection, and I guess a steady power source, right, to be able to install software updates by itself. So, if you ask me, I think that the next console is going to be always on. As far as I think, like, I kind of feel that, I like always on consoles, right? I don't have a problem against them if the other side, the company, does their part in keeping up, a nice server. Like you have a if you have what EA did with SimCity, I wouldn't know because I have a Mac and can't play that game yet. I don't even think I'm gonna play it now. Kind of got over it. But anywho, uh, if you do what EA did with SimCity, trying to limit piracy so they have an always on, okay, but then they couldn't keep their servers up. They couldn't maintain their end of the bargain. So then it's not cool. But they kept talking about how amazing their servers were. I think they said 30,000 servers, which is like more than double what they have now. They said the servers that they're going to have for this new console are more than more computing power in just this than all of the computers in the world in 1999, I think he said, maybe 1999, yeah. Which is a pretty shocking statistic. I think it's a pretty bold statistic, and I think that that's their way of trying to saying, yeah, guys, it's going to be always on, but don't worry, it's going to be fine. So, and I actually trust them on this. I think that they'll make an always-on console that works well, an always-on console that will actually, we want it to have the same problems that a lot of people had with EA. Because I don't think that Microsoft would, oh, I thought that I saw diamonds, but it was just my pick. I don't think that Microsoft would do that. They're more established than EA, I'd say. But I mean, it is possible. You never know. I'm not sure if the PlayStation is always on. I have not been tuned into the PlayStation like I have in the Xbox. And at first I was thinking, okay, I might go PlayStation with this next one because I haven't been using my Xbox recently, right? I've been doing all my gaming on my computer, partially because a lot of the games I like are on here, but partially because my Xbox has trouble running these new games with their fancy graphics and, what is this? 1, 2, 3. My Xbox has trouble running these new games with all their fancy graphics and their new gameplay and level design and all this stuff that basically, makes it harder for the older machines to run. So I've been doing all my playing on my computer. And so I made a video a while ago, pretty popular video, Anmarchi needs a new computer, over some Far Cry 3 gameplay. I'm sure some of you will remember it. And if you do remember it, leave a comment below. Say, I remember that video. But, anyway, I was kind of hinting at that I want a new computer to record, to reduce lag, and also to be able to play on. Now, I didn't say in the video that I was going to be a PC gamer over a console gamer, because I kind of prefer console gaming, and plus I have a nice way to record console games. I didn't get that far in the actual Xbox release, but maybe you guys could tell me below. I plan to watch the whole thing tonight, and this video is going up tomorrow, so I will definitely know, but I could have missed it, you never know. Does the new console have component cables? Because my current recorder, the HD PVR, I have the HD PVR, one of the older versions. I don't think it's the original, but it's one of the more originals. And, ooh, just when I was about to run out of torches. I have one of the more original versions, if that even makes sense to you. And, good, I have some coal. Let's make some sticks. There we go. I have one of the more original consoles, I mean the HD PVRs, and it only runs through component, not through HDMI. So I might need a new capture because I plan to do a lot more recording on the console once I get a new console. That's kind of where I'm sitting with new consoles. I want to do a lot more new console talk because I am so pumped up, like I presume the rest of you are. And look, we found diamonds. It's such a great way to end the video, with diamonds. I'm so pumped up for the new consoles. Tell me what you guys think, because I'm really interested. I'm looking forward to new consoles. Hope you are too. And I hope we could talk some more about this. I like doing console games, and I have a I have a Fallout New Vegas series. I know that Fallout New Vegas is an older game. I know that not as many people are looking for Fallout New Vegas playthroughs as they used to be. but maybe some of you still are. You could check that out. The first 8 episodes are up, but I'm waiting. I lent my mic that I used to record Fallout New Vegas to Giant Snowboarder, a friend of mine. And I'm waiting for him to get his mic in the mail so that he can give me my mic back. And as soon as I get that mic back, I'm going to continue recording Fallout New Vegas. Having a great time with that series. You can go check out the first 8 episodes if you missed it. There's enough time to catch up before they come back. I'll leave a link in the description to the playlist for the Fallout New Vegas series. From the people that, not that many people watch it, but from the people that watch it, they seem to all like it. So, I've been rambling for a while here. There's our way out. We're going to go caving in the beginning of the next episode, so thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.